Call to order the Gurnee Village Board regular meeting of September 26th, 2022. Roll call, please.
Thorstenson. Woodside.
Here.
Ross.
Here.
Garner.
Here.
O'Brien.
Present.
Balmas.
Present.
5 present, 1 absent.
Oh, stand together for Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, first item on the agenda is the approval of the consent agenda. Is there a motion?
Second.
Motion by trustee Balmas, second by trustee O'Brien. Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
Garner.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Balmas.
Aye.
5 aye.
Pat?
Item number 1, approval of the minutes from the May 20th, 2022 Strategic Planning Retreat and September 12th, 2022 Village Board Meeting. Item number 2, approval and public release of minutes from the executive closed session meetings on December 20th, 2021 and April 18th, 2022. Item number 3, approval of ordinance 2022-52, authorizing the execution of an intergovernmental agreement between the Village of Gurnee and the Lake County Stormwater Management Commission regarding demolition work related to property located at 1001 Kilbourne Road, Gurnee, Illinois. Item number 4, approval of ordinance 2022-53, authorizing the execution of a professional services agreement with HMG Engineers, Inc. for engineering services for the O'Plain Water Main replacement and Route 21 Water Main north of Route 132 improvements. Item number 5, approval of payroll for period ending September 9, 2022 in the amount of $947,608.94. Item number 6, approval of bills for period ending September 26, 2022 in the amount of $1,704,925.60.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Garner, second by trustee Ross. Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
Garner.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Balmas.
Aye.
5 aye.
All right, move on to petitions and communications. Item number 1 is the presentation of the VFW National Law Enforcement Award to Police Sergeant Jason Kalinowski. So we're very proud of Jason, and it's an awesome award, so very appropriate award. So, Jason, if you'd like to come down, and I think Chief is going to come down as well.
Well, thank you, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Mutz, Village Board. Again, we appreciate the opportunity to come before you tonight to recognize the VFW who's here, who's going to congratulate and recognize Sergeant Jason Kalinowski. Just as a review, if you recall, we were here in March of this year where Commander DeVreau was here to present Sergeant Kalinowski with an award at that time. And as part of that process, he commented on how he would be submitting Sergeant Kalinowski's packet at the national level for recognition at a national award for law enforcement. And so with that being said, I would like to ask All-American Commander DeVreau to come on up and give him the opportunity to speak for a little bit, and then he'll do some other introductions.
Thank you, Chief Smith. This Veterans of Foreign War National Award is only given to one policeman, the entire United States, and that goes to Sergeant Jason Kalinowski. He is an exemplary member of the law enforcement and should be recognized. Today I brought not my entire post, but I brought most of my post here, and we have brought the State Commander, Bobby Edwards. I'm going to have Bobby Edwards give Jason Kalinowski the award. I also want you to acknowledge Rich Coombs, past State Commander.
Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States. VFW National Law Enforcement Award awarded to Sergeant Jason Kalinowski in recognition and sincere appreciation for his dedication and selfless service to the Village of Gurnee Police Department. During Jason Kalinowski's outstanding career, he has maintained a record of highly professional
The next item on the agenda is approval of proclamation designating October 9 through 15, 2022 as Fire Prevention Week in the Village of Gurnee. We have a proclamation for that. This year marks the National Fire Protection Association's 100th year of Fire Prevention Week. Since 1922, the National Fire Protection Association has sponsored this public observance of Fire Prevention Week, and in 1925, President Calvin Coolidge proclaimed Fire Prevention Week a national observance, making it the longest-running public health observance in our country. During this week, children and adults are educated how to stay safe in case of a fire. As today's homes burn faster than ever, you may have as little as 2 minutes or less to safely escape a fire from the time the smoke alarm sounds. Your ability to get out of the home during a fire depends on early warning from smoke alarms and advanced planning. Therefore, this year's campaign is Fire Won't Wait. Plan your escape. Now, therefore, I, Thomas B. Hood, Mayor of the Village of Gurnee, do hereby proclaim October 9 through October 15, 2022 to be Fire Prevention Week throughout the Village of Gurnee, and encourage all residents to take the time to look for places fire can start, listen for the sound of the smoke alarm, and learn 2 ways out of each room. Therefore, is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Trustee O'Brien. Is that you?
I think so, yeah.
Second by Trustee Garner. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next item is approval of proclamation designating October 2022 as Crime Prevention Month in the Village of Gurnee. 1984, October was designated as Crime Prevention Month through a presidential proclamation. Since then, the National Crime Prevention Council has been working with law enforcement and agencies, civic groups, schools, and businesses to help spread the word about crime prevention and personal safety. Each year, the National Crime Prevention Council selects several themes for each week of Crime Prevention Month based on crime trends and feedback from law enforcement agencies across the country. For 2022, the Gurnee Police Department will share information for Home Safety Week, Anti-Counterfeiting Week, Public Health and Safety Week, and Community and Law Enforcement Relations Week. Now therefore, I, Thomas Hood, Mayor of the Village of Gurnee, do hereby proclaim October 2022 as Crime Prevention Month throughout the village and urge all citizens, government agencies, public and private institutions, and businesses to invest in the power of prevention and work together to make the Village of Gurnee a safer, stronger, and more caring community. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Trustee Ross, second by Trustee Woodside. All in favor?
Aye.
Say aye.
Aye.
Last proclamation. Approval of proclamation designating October 2022 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month in the Village of Gurnee. Domestic Violence Awareness Month was launched nationwide in October 1987 as a way to connect and unite individuals and organizations working on domestic violence issues while raising awareness for those issues. Domestic violence is prevalent in every community and affects all people regardless of background. Physical violence is often accompanied by emotionally abusive and controlling behavior as part of a much larger, systematic pattern of dominance and control. Domestic violence can result in physical injury, psychological trauma, and even death and devastating consequences of domestic violence that can cross generations and last a lifetime. Over the last 30-plus years, much progress has been made to support domestic violence victims and survivors, to hold abusers accountable, and to create and update legislation to further those goals. Now, therefore, I, Thomas Hood, Mayor of the Village of Gurnee, recognize the importance of work done by domestic violence programs such as A Safe Place, Lake County Crisis Center, which has provided services to victims of domestic violence in Lake County for over 30 years. Do hereby proclaim the month of October 2022 to be National Domestic Violence Awareness Month in the Village of Gurnee, and I urge all citizens to participate actively in the efforts to eliminate the use of personal and institutional domestic violence. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Trustee O'Brien. Second by Trustee Balmas. All in favor?
Aye.
Say aye. All right. Pat, are there any reports?
No.
No old business?
Correct.
On to new business. Item number 1, approval of ordinance 2022,
54?
annexing approximately 1.12 acres located at 36044 North Brookside Drive, northwest corner of Route 132 and Brookside Drive. Pat?
Sure. So the first 2 items under new business are related, so I'll summarize them here at once. Had a memo from our planning manager, Tracy Velkover, on this. Petitioners looking at about a 1 acre parcel located at 044 North Brookside Drive. Currently, has plans to convert this into a dental office. It's in the county. When he talked to the county about it, they suggested he speak with the village because it's zoned residential in the county right now, and that would cause issues with his plans to convert it with the dental office, so he reached out to the village. Was before the Planning and Zoning Board in August. Had a couple of residents come to the meeting and speak. One just asked if it was a remodel or a complete tear down, and then asked if there would be any change to the ingress or egress, and then the other just how long it would take. It is a remodel, it's not a tear down. In and out driveways will remain the same, and the petitioner estimated about 6 months for the remodel. So following that discussion, Planning and Zoning Board's forwarding a unanimous favorable recommendation on it. The next item is the zoning. So as I said, it's zoned residential in the county. Staff is recommending that it be brought in as C2 zoning district. This is consistent with other adjacent commercial parcels that are located in Gurnee along Grand Avenue. So that was the recommendation on that. So again, the first one is bringing the property into Gurnee. Second one is assigning the zoning of C2 to the property.
And is that the petitioner?
I believe so, yes.
And your name, sir? And you are the owner of the property? Yes. Okay. Oh, you can, sure.
Yeah, I'm the owner of the property.
And you plan on using it for a dental office, is that
Yes,
right?
that's correct.
Okay, thanks. Are there any questions or comments? Is there a motion?
So move. Second.
Motion by trustee Garner, second by trustee O'Brien. Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ross. Garner.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Thomas.
Aye.
5 aye.
Motion carries. Item number 2, approval of ordinance 2022,
55.
granting a zoning map amendment for approximately 1.12 acres located at 36044 North Brookside Drive, northwest corner of Route 132 in Brookside, pursuant to the Gurnee zoning ordinance. Pat?
Sure. So as I stated before, this is actually assigning the zoning to the property. Staff recommends the C2 zoning district, which is consistent with other adjacent commercial properties located in Gurnee along Grand Avenue.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Ross, second by trustee Balmas. Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
Garner.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Thomas.
Aye.
5 aye.
Motion carries. Welcome to Gurnee. Item number 3, approval of ordinance 2022,
56.
adding one Class 1 liquor license by amending Section 6-56 of Article 2 of Chapter 6 of the Gurnee Municipal Code entitled Alcoholic Beverages to launch Trampoline Park, 880 Lakeside Drive. Pat?
Sure. So Launch Trampoline, formerly Jump America, over on Lakeside Drive, has requested a Class 1 liquor license, which is the sale of alcoholic liquor for consumption on premises where sold. They're currently undergoing a renovation and adding some additional attractions to the facility, including some bowling, arcade games, a ninja course, et cetera, and would like to offer alcoholic beverages in conjunction with some limited food offerings. Submitted a application to the police department. Police department reviewed it, found everything to be in order, and it is now before you for consideration.
Any questions or comments? To my right?
I have a question.
To my left?
Can someone tell me how drinking and trampoline jumping go together? I'm having trouble making that make sense for me.
Are you looking at me to answer that question?
Might be pretty funny.
It just sounds interesting, you know. Might be fun. I might have to try it, but, you know.
I think what Pat had said was that there's other uses, right? Bowling.
There are,
Not just
and
jumping.
primarily, my family had visited the facility, and it's, you let the kids jump around and kind of watch them, so I envision this more as the adults sitting to the side and having a couple drinks while the kids enjoy themselves, but that's my perspective. Again,
Well, that helps. That makes a little more sense in my mind, but, okay. Thank you.
Welcome. Anybody else have any comments or questions? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Balmas, second by trustee O'Brien. Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
Garner.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Thomas.
Motion carries, and as Greg might say, be careful out there. So next is public comment. If anybody would like to get up and make a public comment, if you just state your name. There being none, is there a motion to adjourn? Motion by trustee
Second.
Balmas, second by trustee Garner. All in favor, say aye. Aye. We are adjourned.